Pope Leo XIV just declared himself as a Roman as he completed the final ceremonial steps, cementing his role as the Bishop of Rome. Novus Ordo Seclorum Order. Headlines: President Donald Trump's papal style and combining his historical visit to the Abrahamic temple in Abu Dhabi. Is President Trump being influenced by the worship and religion of Abrahamia? Is this the end of biblical Christianity? Welcome, dear friends, to TIBP Media. Here is the prophetic updates that you should know. Revelation 17 verse 17. For God had put in their hearts to fulfill His will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of God shall be fulfilled. Newly elected Pope Leo XIV last Sunday declared himself to be the leader of the Holy Roman Empire, using the words, I am Roman. Is America headed to the revival of the Roman Empire, where they worship the sun?
Le convenuti in piazza San Pietro, che sono con loro cristiano e per loro vescovo. A titolo speciale, oggi posso dire che per voi e con voi sono romano.
Robert Prevost, Pope Leo XIV, have fully embraced Romanism, of course, and what better time to declare it than during a Mass? The Roman Mass is called the Novus Ordo. Just add the word seclorum and you will now have the combined words New World Order. And under it is the all-seeing eye of Horus floating over an Egyptian pyramid on the back of the US $1 bill. Are we finally seeing the end of the separation of church and state? Dear friends, take note that the most powerful influence on planet Earth is the papacy. Trump visits Abu Dhabi's Abrahamic family house. What he wrote on the guest book is shocking and is deeper than we thought. Complex promoting tolerance houses mosque, church, and UAE's first purpose-built synagogue, May 16, 2025. US President Donald Trump arrives at the Abrahamic family house, an interfaith complex in Abu Dhabi, May 16, 2025. Located in the heart of Sayeedidat Cultural District, the Abrahamic family house is a powerful symbol of religious tolerance and shared values.
U.S. President Donald Trump visited the Abrahamic family house before departing for Washington after his 4-day visit to Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE. He touted the great unity, great faith, incredible people with a tremendous leader as he wrapped up his Gulf state visit. Trump's state visit to the Middle East was marked with multi-billion investments into U.S. companies like Boeing and AI partnerships. Qatar also gifted the U.S. a $400 million plane to the U.S., which will potentially replace Air Force One.
And the president shows his message to the cameras after signing a guest book at the Abrahamic family house, an interfaith complex in Abu Dhabi. He said in his message, the Abrahamic family house stands as a sacred and powerful testament to the vision of the Middle East shared by the United States of America and the United Arab Emirates. Listen to this, dear friends. I see in this house the promise for our future. If humanity chooses cooperation over conflict, friendship over enmity, prosperity over poverty, and hope over despair. Did you catch that, dear friends? Something prophetic is happening here. President Trump is sending a message to the world that the future of humanity lies in cooperating in unity of all the major religions of the world. The New World Order. Abrahamia, The Interfaith Family House in Abu Dhabi is about ecumenism and building bridges, just like what Pope Leo is doing. And Trump said, I see in this house the promise of our future. Is this the end of biblical Christianity? It's easy to make the sound of a sheep, but will the shepherd recognize you as his? Only those who have not bowed to Babylon will stand true when Jesus returns. According to the article here, Donald Trump's papal style. He might not have the theological authority of a pope, but he governs like one. May 16, 2025. The election of Pope Leo comes at a strange time when a Catholic establishment is running the show in his home country. Vice President J.D. Vance, of course, as well as Health Secretary RFK Jr., Border Czar Tom Homan, President Secretary Caroline Leavitt, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, to name the most prominent few. Melania is allegedly one as well. They are American exceptionalists who want to make America great again. In the process, make Catholicism great again too. MAGA and Catholicism seems like strange bedfellows at first glance. Secular media claims that Rome is running the show in the US, and if Pope Leo XIV can't make Catholicism great, Donald Trump will. May 26, 2025. Just like what the article says in The Spectator. I quote from the article, Catholics see a friend in the president. They turned out for Trump in the last election, who won their vote by a 15-point margin. Trump might not have the authority of Peter, but as he said in his inauguration speech, he was saved by God to make America great again. If MAGA Catholics feel Leo XIV can't make Catholicism great again, they know someone who might. It is deeply concerning and prophetically troubling to hear Catholics proclaim that if Leo XIV can't make Catholicism great, then they are confident Donald Trump will. Such statements reveal a dangerous merging of religious and political agendas that echoes the warning of Revelation 13, where church and state unite to force a counterfeit form of worship when U.S. presidents take it upon themselves to restore Catholic dominance in national affairs. This signals a revival of the very conditions that led to centuries of spiritual oppression. LaBianca, professor of history at the University of Rome, says, to the succession of the Caesars came the succession of the pontiffs in Rome. When Constantine left Rome, he gave his seat to the pontiff. Papal Rome claims Sunday is her creation and has sunbursts everywhere the eye turns. Protestantism, who also honors Sunday because of the resurrection, this was transferred via the Puritans from Europe to the United States. It was strictly enforced in colonial America with blue laws. They did exactly what they learned from the Roman Catholic Church in Europe. Use the state to enforce religious observance. Thus, the pagan Sunday has been transmitted in unbroken succession from Babylon to end-time Babylon. Interesting that Rome was called Babylon. 1 Peter 5 verse 13. Have you ever noticed in the $1 bill the symbolisms there? It roots back to the history of the United States and, surprisingly, a prophetic pattern of worship in the final days. In the $1 bill, you see an eagle facing right with golden wreath, 13 arrows in its talons, a sunburst breaking through the clouds above its head, representing the sun god Mitra. In a large number of lands, the sun is associated not so much with independence, but with the promises it brings in the dawn of a day. Witness Smith, Flags, page 314. In other words, the rising of the sun represents the dawn of a new era. of peace and prosperity for the newborn nation. Great Controversy says, at the end, says the imposition of the day of the sun will be understood as the secret to return to the peace and prosperity that the United States once enjoyed when it was founded. This is the banner or flag of the Roman Empire, imperial banner used by the Holy Roman Empire. The neoclassical spirit of America at the end of the 18th century looked to the Asian Roman Republic for many symbols. The United States, symbolized by the second beast of Revelation 13:11-17, is a nation that starts with the lamb-like qualities, civil and religious freedoms, but ends up speaking like a dragon through an authoritarianism that will impose religious conformity. President Trump, while claiming to be Protestant, has shown significant alignment with Islam and with Catholic interests by appointing Catholic judges to the Supreme Court, promoting Catholic traditions and doctrines in the White House and Mar-a-Lago, and appealing to Christian nationalism and Project 2025, which blends patriotism with religion, often linked with Catholic tradition. The Spirit of Prophecy says, the Catholics bid the Protestants to go forward and issue a decree that all who will not observe the first day of the week instead of the seventh shall be slain. And the Catholics whose numbers are large will stand by the Protestants. The Catholics will give their power to the image of the beast, and then Protestant will work as their mother work before them to destroy the saints. But before their decrees bring forth or bear fruit, the saints will be delivered by the voice of God. Do you hear and follow the voice of God now at end times? We are living at the threshold of final events. Are you following truly the voice of the shepherd? If yes, kindly type in the comment section, I only follow God's voice. I only follow God's voice. My friend, praying that you are hearing the voice of the shepherd and walking in the footsteps of God. Thank you, dear friends, and kindly share truth found in Bible prophecy.